There was a bit of risk aversion yesterday on the back of news that China is not really optimistic about phase 2 of a trade deal. At the same time, the impeachment proceedings against Mr. Trump are starting, and markets, of course, are pretty much still pushing markets on FOMC's decision the other day. So we've had the dollar and Swiss franc moving lower on the franc's strength, of course, the same with the yen. However, on dollar CAD, we haven't seen that actually happening. We've seen the Canadian dollar losing, weakening, and that was because the GDP figures yesterday were quite bad for the Canadian economy. Note that we'll have the employment report today. It's very important to look at USDCHF, but for the Canadian one, we are going to see the employment report next week. So just note that this is going to create some flows on the dollar card anyway, but not as much as we normally expect when the employment report is on the same day. Now, on dollar Swiss franc, I'm seeing this with a bearish view still, with a bearish eye. We've had this end of correction over here. We'll go for 1, 2, then 3, 4, and 5. Now, we've started wave 1, 2, and we're going for 3 minor. Now, with this 3 minor, we've got the first minute wave, second, and now we're heading down for third. Then we should have the fourth and the fifth, and that is going to end near the 0.9664 or so. And that will be the completion of minor 3. Then we should see 4 and then 5, which is likely to complete the immediate wave 1 around the 0.95 level or so. Now, on the other pair, we want to look for the day is the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, as we said, is being affected by the Canadian GDP. I see this pair pretty much similar to the dollar Swiss franc. I mean, in terms of probably medium to a longer term, right? We've had the end of the correction up here, and then we'll move down for wave 1, 2, and we are again in the middle of wave 3 here, intermediate, just a different degree, okay? So in the minor, we've had waves 1 and 2 completed, and in the minute, we have waves 1 and 2 completed, and we are heading down for wave 3, okay? So within this wave 3, we've had a minute first, second, third, fourth, and probably fifth move impulsive to the downside, with an ABC correction looking likely to have ended around the 132 levels, which is a good round level, okay? And then we should be looking to have a duplication of this wave, okay, down to complete minute wave 3, then 4 and 5, which is going to be minor wave 3 of this bearish move. So as you can see, with that being said, we then should have waves 4 and 5 minor that are going to complete the intermediate wave 3. So in the medium and longer term, we're still looking at this going down to maybe even down around to 126, okay? So this is it for the day, for the week, to be honest. They are going to be end of week flows probably later in the session, but before this, we are going to have the NFP. Very important one to look for the day. Is it going to validate FOMC's Fed's decision or not? And what is going to happen with the ISM numbers as well after the NFP meeting today is also another important and critical economic piece of data to look for today.